So welcome to this tour of plants, and it's now Mars. So I will try and go over what they kind of look like at this point, and there are some updates as well. Honestly, I can show something up here. These are actually peas, and I plant them in this jar, and as they grow, I might cut them down to eat, but they can look quite nice in this gray as they kind of gets taller. And then over here are some flowers, narcissus spring flowers, and it's like onions, and they will grow, and I think they will be either white or yellow in color. So up there. And then over here are some cucumbers or zucchini or squash or pumpkins or melons. So I am not sure exactly what these are, but for me it doesn't matter because I will kind of treat them the same way and plant them in approximately the same kind of placement. I think these are actually cucumbers, and then here are some melons, but I don't know if you can see, they kind of looks exactly the same. Here I also have some peas that I will just cut down and eat as they kind of grow. And then I have greenhouse cucumber. I'm just looking at the leaves here, looks kind of a little bit weird, but I think it's totally fine. Over here are some sweet fennel, and then I just have a few cucumbers over here. These are also cucumbers. These are these curtain cucumbers, and they've been growing now for approximately, I think, 1 month. So as you can see, they need to be kind of tied up because they really are growing. And comparing to these cucumbers, Bet Alpha, that I keep in the greenhouse, you can see that the cucumber that kind of grows in the window, it kind of also gets a root system at the base here. And this one is already starting to form, I think, some cucumbers on. So these two are cucumbers that kind of just climb in the window, and I will probably repot them also soon because they do grow quite fast and they will need more space, and I need to wire them up. But I need to see exactly where I'm gonna tie them up because I have some other plants here as well. Here are some artichokes. Some of them looks kind of not so happy because I repot them, gave them nutrients, and they don't really like that. Then I have some other sage. I put some coffee remainings in there, and some mint, and some, yeah, you see here, these are like parsley, hibiscus, and some sweet fennel. And these flowers doesn't look super well because I gave them nutrients and they are apparently too small to have nutrients. So I think I will add some more flowers into that tray, like seeds. Here are some sage, cucumbers, parsley, and some, on that side I have some mache salad. Actually it looks fine, you know. Kind of shocked because I never was successful growing that. But this year, and in this kind of arrangement, this mache salad looks actually quite good. So as it keeps growing, I'm just gonna eat and use it in salad. And some more sage. I put some coffee remainings in here. and some parsley. And I think this is a kiwi. And over here I have put some, I don't know what these are called. These are a flower. And then in there I have some I always like the look of these pumpkin cucumbers because they just get so large from the start. And then I think there are some flowers in that tray as well, but I just leave them there. And then in here I have some, I think these are, I think I put some, echinacea and chamomile. So, and the echinacea is actually starting in this tray. I think these type of flowers like echinacea and this needs a little bit of warm to start temperature. And here I have some sweet fennel, and they are kind of doing well, but I keep the lid on still just to kind of, you know, give them some time. And the pomegranate tree is doing well on this side. I just kind of leave it over here. I need to water it, I think, because I did not, oh, honestly it has a lot of water. I just fill the pot, but it looks nice, green. And here are my tomatoes, and I have been tending to these now when I've been here. I do want to go away from here and travel, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have to for tending these plants, but you can see what they look like. Honestly, they kind of grew more as I've been here and start to look more like plants. And I have some of these are like pot tomatoes. I actually took them out from the pots, these ones, and added more soil, and because they were kind of tiny, I would say, but still they are looking like plants, but they needed more soil. And honestly, I think for these, you can see these ones looks okay, but it's just like they are very small, needs a lot more, I think, light and soil. So as they keep on growing a bit, I might going to in a few days maybe change these pots. Maybe I do it like tomorrow, something we will see. Yeah, and then here I have add some more soil just on the top layers to these taller tomatoes, and here you can see I have some are growing a lot more, some are still, you know, smaller, but honestly these need to kind of get a little bit bigger, but I still okay, you know, it's only Mars. And here I think honestly this is jasmine, yeah, a jasmine, and it also seemed to do well. I kind of like the idea of putting this type of material, wood material, on top of the surface just to cover the soil, so when it's like an indoor pot, so it's not like black, but rather put something else. And here I just put these narcissus flowers in a container, and I got them like on sale for less than €1, so I was very happy. And then I put this thing around just because it's kind of Easter. I don't celebrate Easter, but I'm just saying like it's a spring kind of decoration. And over here I have a very small fig, and this one actually, when I got it, it was like it had leaves on this side and they kind of are gone. Then it kind of grew out a stem here, and then from this stem this year it has grown out this. So every year it kind of keeps on growing a little bit, but you can see it's not a big fig, but I hope that this one will kind of keep on growing. I think I got this one for a good price. So yeah, and I have it in a pot. It's like Mediterranean kind of soil, and I use snow water to, you know, water this one. And then today I was kind of rearranging this plant section here. So I got this plant here because it was somebody else's plant, but they didn't care for it, so I have just gotten it here. Here are my bell peppers, aubergines, and chili plants. They are thriving. I try to water them because otherwise they just not really doing well. I think they have grown a bit at least, but you know. And same thing over here. These ones that are smaller, they are kind of recently repotted, so they are still not super fresh looking. And here is a sweet fennel and some like petunia that are very small. And then I have some plants over here, but these are just seeds that I started, so they are not doing that much yet. And then some, I think these are pumpkins or zucchini or something. And up here there is a mix. There are some like chamomile and yeah, I think some flowers, but they are so small, so honestly you can barely see them. And then I have some more flowers here and newly planted chamomile, and those just kind of took off over there. And some other trays, I think not so much to see. And then up here are some pumpkins, melons or zucchinis, plus some flower that kind of is climbing. So these are newly planted like yesterday into these containers. So they will probably look better after a while. And then over here, some cicoria and some chili and some flower. And then there are some, I think, ginseng. Some of them kind of not looking super, but some of them do. And some flowers. And in here, I think I by accident kind of killed some plants in here. No, sorry, in this one it has been guava and myrten, and I don't see any progress. And here I still have a few more cucumbers here to actually pot up into other pots, because as soon as they start to grow they get a very big root system. So instead of leaving them like this, which I probably could do with other plants, I just like to plant them into individual pots as soon as they are just having leaves, because they get so big root system. And then I just have some dill. Up here, more cicoria, and I think these are cauliflowers starting over there, and some flowers, some sort of flowers, I don't know exactly what, and some more, and some more quinoa. And what is in here? Yeah, honestly in here this is this is tomatillos. They kind of have grown quite tall because they just kicked off, and yeah, need light. I think I will repot these very shortly so they don't break, because they kind of look like they could break in there. But I will try and solve it by repotting them. Maybe today or tomorrow, just to make sure they, you know, will survive. I also have some more bell peppers in there, but the quinoa I'm very excited about, to be honest. I have one more tray here with quinoa, and then, yeah. So these are like cosmos flowers, and I have repot them into individual plugs because they were just growing very tall stems, so I decided I will do this. And then over there are some green kale, and today I added more soil around the stems, but I think I leave them there for now. And then I will show you the kale section. I don't know exactly what kale everything is here, but they just keep on growing, and I will leave them to grow for a little bit more before I do any kind of nutrients to them. And here I have spinach, more kale, and kale. So as I said, I have not done any nutrients, no nutrient water, just, you know, I put a little bit of coffee that kind of eventually will go into the soil, but they look really good otherwise. And here you can see the Acleia that I have repotted into this plugs, and I don't know, you can see they have kind of started to form their character leaves. So if this is successful, then these are actually a lot of plants in here, loads and loads of Acleia plants, and as I said, more kale on this side, and then I have some new plants here and some more kale. And there you can see the red cabbage. I had to redo this red cabbage because when I came back here it was not, honestly I can't even see where the red cabbage is. I think it's a few of these are red cabbage, but I really am not sure. Then I have some pansies in there. I also added more seeds to that tray. These almost dried out, but they have really just kind of regrown. And then I have some more kale over there and some kale over here. And now I can see that the kale that I have planted now in around the first week of March looks a lot better, like not super long stem and stuff like that. And some chamomile. I try to keep everything close to the window, plus extra light. Here is a hibiscus and orange tree. This is actually a plug container with parsnips. I never grown that, but I wanted to try and see how it would work. And on this side I have some leek, and I've been trying to water it, and I added nutrients to these. I think I will add more nutrients because they seem to enjoy that. And over here I can see that these were planted 1st of February before I went travel, and they actually look like they're starting to form up some character leaf and more onions. But I definitely think in terms of onions I must add more nutrients. And then over here are some figs, some flowers. I think these are Sweet William flowers, And these ones, I must say, what was this? I don't even know, but they really took off. Long stems. I think these might be some kind of summer flower, but, or what could this be? Or maybe this is artichokes, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave them here because they took off so much. So yeah, I didn't have a time even to stop them from growing this long. And some more pansies and cosmo flowers over there. And then I just have the citrus section over here. I told you about this orange tree that kind of was not looking super. You can see the stem is kind of brown on this side, and then it's kind of green on the other. It kind of looks like it's kind of dying, to be honest, but it still have two green stems here, so hopefully it's okay. But yeah, when I was away, something happened to this tree, but I still think it might will recover, hopefully. Other citrus trees looks okay. The lychee tree I repotted, and I think this one actually kind of needed to be repotted because the leaves just did not look good. And yeah, this one have a lot of flowers but not so many leaves. And there is a hibiscus. And these cuts, I would say, are really good if you want to have citrus trees. The mandarin is more difficult, and the orange, but I hope the orange is gonna recover. But I think it kind of died off one stem here. I don't know if I can check. It says like if you kind of look on here, it should look green underneath. I think this one looks wooden. Can check. This one is definitely green, but this one looks kind of dead. I hope that this one is going to survive, but it's something happened to it when I was away. Here I also planted some quick greens, so some fava beans and just yellow peas, and they're going to grow, and I will cut them down and eat in some salad. But yeah, that's all plants I have over here. I do have some more, but at another location, and those are like summer flowers. And I think I need to start repot some of those as well. But they are still, honestly, they are still looking like these cosmos. So cosmo flowers. So I think it's not a stress, no panic to do that. I can just wait a bit to have it done. But yeah, otherwise not so much. I think they grow quite slow because it's kind of cold in here, and they kind of adjust to temperature in terms of growing. But now I definitely think they start to get more looking like something, at least, because they have had more light and had more time. And I'm very happy about these, that they are still looking green, that they have not died off here, but some of them have quite long stem. But I'm very happy to see character leaves forming on these Aclea because they are perennial plants. So yeah, and then one container with green kale that hopefully will continue to grow.